A little bit about trains to start us off this month, and Merseyrail are the company that serve the Wirral and Liverpool areas. They have these old trains in service at the moment, but the first of the new ones that's been built by Stadler has arrived at the Kirkdale depot, which was rebuilt especially to take these new trains. The first of which arrived in the country in January and has been doing some test runs, and there's been driver training. Over the last couple of years, Merseyrail have started a programme of works. They've modernised all the platforms, made them suitable for the new trains. They've replaced the Liverpool Loop line, which is underground, and they've been putting up new stations, and they're thinking now of revitalising an old station in the Liverpool-Baltic Triangle. But today I take a trip by bus, leaving Broughton Park, where I had a quick visit to Costa, going into the new central bus interchange in Chester, which has been there a couple of years now, and taking a bus up to Ellesmere Port. The Stagecoach Bus Company run these. They're called Stagecoach Gold, and they have onboard Wi-Fi, USB charging, and all the things that we're beginning to expect from buses. Ellesmere Port town centre itself is fairly run down, and there are lots of empty shops, but that's as usual because of out-of-town shopping centres like Cheshire Oaks. There's a lot to interest you though in Ellesmere Port, particularly along the canals. I used to have a business on Canal Bridge Enterprise Centre here, and it's now got a signs company in my old unit. If we go a little bit further along the canal and under the motorway, just on the other side, you'll find the Ellesmere Port Boat Museum. Now, I've followed the development here for many years. I interviewed someone in the 1980s about the future of this site. It's now pretty much come to fruition. The Boat Museum has been modernised. There's cafes and restaurants, there's waterside apartments, there's shops, and there's quite a leisure area. The only thing that they didn't actually achieve, which they were thinking of, was a ferry from here over to Liverpool. Obviously that was just one cost too far. If you fancy living here now, for well under £100,000, you can get yourself a 2-bedroom apartment overlooking the basin with a view of some of the old boats, and you have access to a number of leisure facilities. I'm going to move further up the Wirral now to my favourite part of it, up at the resort of New Brighton. So we'll get back on the bus, we'll go up to Birkenhead and then on to Wallasey and then to New Brighton, which is on the Mersey Estuary. This log fire I captured near Christmas, and they are real logs, it's not a gas fire. We actually saw one of the waitresses dropping logs all over the floor, and the view out across the Mersey makes this a good branch of Wetherspoons. But over Christmas we went to one at Morton, which is a little bit further along the coast, and some of our friends from Bulgaria came over and we all had a meal together. So there's some of us here are English, some of the people you see live in Bulgaria. One of them lives in Derby, but we won't go into that this time. So that's just a quick look at the North Wirral coast, the Mersey Estuary, and the view out to the Irish Sea is where we end up, the view from New Brighton Lighthouse and the Liverpool docks across the river. And here the tides are going in and out, the sky is constantly changing, and there's always something to see. Next month I'll be popping round to Birkenhead. We'll have a look at Birkenhead Priory and also Camel Laird's shipyard. Hope you can join me then.